going, boys and girls? Welcome back to the PFL. Welcome back to another one of my streams. I'm in charge today. I am the man on the buttons and the voice of the evening. It's been a couple of weeks since I've been here, but I'm back again. The camera's having less problems today. I want to try and sneak this far back. So if you look at this now, look at that. It's almost like there's not even a glimpse of the green screen. It's working its magic. Finally, after 2 or 3 years, we're getting there. I don't know why that does that there. I think it's something to do with the distance. Maybe if I move the camera back. Yeah, okay, that'll do. Anyway, doesn't matter. We'll ignore the top right corner. Having a nightmare. We've got everything set up today. Hopefully, all of it works as intended. I spent a little bit of time just neatening things up, make it look a little bit nicer. We've got some brilliant games for you this evening, as you've already known. One of them has been changed, though. We are now covering GSK versus BPE. It was originally Mad Army. However, they are being bumped off, and we will be watching this team's play instead for the first game. Second game, we go LPS versus Alte, and the third game and the final game, it's Famalicão versus PFC at 9:15 this evening. So we've got a couple of minutes before the next game starts. We're just going to go straight away, jump into the standings, and the standings now are obviously a little bit different to the usual way to go. However, as we can see here from the lovely board, I am covering the last 5 games from Mad Army. However, they are win, draw, win, win, win. They have 13 games played, 32 points, 10 wins, 2 draws, 1 loss. Mad Army running the table currently. Second place, Leo's Porto Salvo, 13 games played, 29 points, 9 wins, 2 draws, 2 losses. Their last 5 has been 2 wins, 1 loss, 2 wins. Alte Sports in third place with 27 points. Again, 13 games played, 8 wins, 3 draws, 2 losses. They're not too far off. In fourth place, PFC XI Elite. They're on 24 points. They have a game in hand. They can catch up there to Alte. GSK with 13. We see them tonight. 13 games played. They're on 20 points. They've had 6 wins, 2 draws, and 5 losses. Famalicão currently in 6th place. Only with 8 games played, though. 17 points so far. 5 wins, 2 draws, 1 loss. They can get up to Mad Army if they win their next 5 games and take those 15 points. They'll be on joint points with Mad Army. Casapia grow up, 10 games played, 14 points, etc. And, you know, as we go down, we see the teams there with a bit less games played. So when they catch up on the games played, they will get there. But before the game begins, moving then into what will be the game, hopefully starting soon. The teams will be here. They have been preparing nicely, as you can see. The roster's looking good for both sides. You'll be able to see them there on the screen. Very, very good teams today. I have not actually had the pleasure of seeing these players compete, so that this will be a completely new one for me. It seems like all the players of one of the teams here, BPE Sports, they are ready, just waiting for the other guys. But no, we've got all the players, we've got the formations. It's a decent looking team, to be fair. They are playing with that 3-5-2. They're playing with an attacker midfielder rather than a defensive midfielder. And they're playing with 2 wide mids. It looks quite narrow, though, more of a narrow sort of 5 across the deck than wing backs. They are certainly in the midfield rather than in defence. So it'll be interesting to see how well this team can play. Again, completely new for me. GSK obviously going in favourites into this game. But BP do have also the same 1 game less. So they'll be looking for a win here to put them on the tail of GSK. It's still quite close. There's still plenty of games left to be played here this season. Pink lemonade. Lovely. But no, we'll see. We'll see how far we go. Personally, I'm a big fan of competitiveness, and that's something that these teams give us. They do give us competitiveness, so we'll be able to see, hopefully, soon enough what's going on. However, my own league table wasn't loading properly. It's only loading 12 teams. It's doing from season 1. There we go. Right, now I can see. So, down at the bottom, we've got a team called Rose Stars. I've not heard of them before. C Europa Esports, I believe I've seen them. GTZ, I know who they are. Nyom, I think they're a new team. PFL Heroin, I think they're also a new team. I think I'd know a PFL Heroin. They joined on the 12th of November. Moe is the owner. They've got Time Benito, Fennec, Cooler FX. I know Cooler. Do I know any of the other players? No, I don't. But I'm going to keep an eye on my left screen to see when the players go into their game. We'll just have a little look at some of these teams that I've not had the chance to see before, though, whilst we're on it. FC Sunrise. Now, I think, Moe, please make it so your website doesn't do this. I get it fixed, and then it goes off again. I just want to look at the league table. Why is it so glitchy? Right, back again. I want to be able to click on the league table into the teams is what I want to do. Nyom, let's have a look at Nyom. Who's Nyom? Who's on this team? Let's have a look. Lunatic, I know Lunatic. Marwan, I know Marwan MC9 as well. Ace Pacino, I know him. I know Bruncha. And Dr. Tex I've seen on Twitter. There you go, there's my claim to fame for Nyom. They're currently in 30th place for 11 games played. Oh, Moe, every time I go off it, it does this. The day the website is fixed will be the happiest day of my life. Well, not fixed, but the day the website has no glitches, shall we say. But, you've got to work with what you've got. And what I've got is a temporary... No, I've reset again. Don't be... Okay. FC Sunrise. No, it's gone off again. Okay. So the teams are late. It isn't the BP Esports, I believe, or is it? I don't know. Who is it? Let me have a look at the other stream, see if that gives me any answers. It's a Kick stream, GSK Esports. They're using Kick. Oh, they're getting decent views. Let's have a look. What are they waiting for then? They're both ready. So start the game. Something's changed. Let's see. We just want to see them go in is what we're trying to do here. Oh, okay. Positive. It looks like we're going in. Get ready, folks. We could be headed into our first match of the evening. Okay. Okay. We're loading in. And... yeah, I'm just going to be hopeful because usually if I talk, it sort of curses it. I need to chill out here. It's going to be on the screen now, okay. The players are in, 22, that's a good sign. The match is about to begin. Let's transition across. It's GSK versus BP Esports. And it looks like the game's off to a whirlwind start. Pass back to the defence. In the white strip, we have GSK going from left to right. From right to left in the black kit is BPE. Obviously, we're watching here from BP Esports perspective. And let's get into this game and see how these players are going to play. So far, GSK are the favourites, of course, on points on the leaderboard. However, BP Esports have less games played, and this could catch them up right away on points. It's still quite a close affair in the middle of the table. Use your brain, bro. What a great name that is, actually, from GSK Sports. That's a brilliant name. Use your brain, bro. Although I wouldn't associate with a name for FIFA Pro Clubs, you know. I'd think more of a first-person shooter for that, sort of like a COD Warzone kind of thing. Maybe he plays both. But either way, moving down, use your brain, bro. Play it across here. Passing it to Nupek. Seba. Back to Nupek. Nupek looking to that flick back middle. Unfortunately, doesn't get to its destination. Mystic now looks to get it out of the defense and onto the attack. Here's BPE Vernos. Plays it through the middle. Galadon with a great tackle will keep that possession right back in the hands of GSK, who again proceed down the field. Big Varmy plays it left to Jotka. Jotka to Nupek. Nupek now on the left-hand side will play it once further down to Manikson. Here's Use Your Brain, bro. Finds it Sieber, but on the edge of the box. Envict will get the tackle. Pushes it out to Nagel. Nagel back to the centre-back. To Envict. Envict to the right-hand side to Billy. Billy to BLK Eddie. Eddie, where's Eddie going to go? He's going to go backwards. Mystic will play it back. They just need to calm it. Vikings down here. Don't get too technical. Just get the ball away. Nagel is here. Plays it on the left-hand side. Moving it nicely. Use Your Brain. Back to Vernos. Vernos into the middle here to Nagel. Nagel again. Where's he going to go? Right through the middle. Spec Alloy back to Nagel. Nagel will look to make some moves. Santa down the left-hand side once more. Moving it now into the middle. Here's Nagel once more. He's got 4 people ahead of him. Where's he going to go? Straight down the middle. Spec Alloy will find it to Vernos. Vernos on the right-hand side. That's a Mystic. Mystic to Eddie. Eddie. Got a bit of time on his hands. Trying to find it into the corner, but Manikson will make the ball back for GSK, who are now going to proceed further down the field. Big ball comes in. Galadon gets an interception and keeps the attack going here for GSK now. Here's Sieber on the right-hand side. It goes to Galadon. Galadon back in towards the middle, but Vernos gets a great interception. Spec Alloy and Vernos playing really good work in the middle there. Nagel as well being involved quite a lot. Anto FCB, not really seen too much of him, but he's here now on the ball. Vernos on the left-hand side. Now he finds the ball to Not Da Vincio. Vernos through the middle to Spec Alloy. He is offside, but it was nearly perfect timing and would have created a lot of space there. But using the pocket to space well here, it's quite an even contest in the midfield. Neither team have really been able to break into the offensive third of either team's half. That's a really good long ball though to Manikson. Not the greatest of touches, but he does get it back down. Seba will take control for GSK. Goes back to Jotka. Space Alloy gets a block in there, but it still will fall to a GSK player with the spin. Manikson making a move down that side again. He's got players and options in the middle. Will he take them? Yes, he will. I am Barty. Finds it to Sieber. Sieber gets tackled by Nagel, and Da Vincio will get rid of it. Nagel. Time on his hands. He knows it. He's just going to make them run towards him. He plays the across ball to Billy. Crossfield pass will work its favour. A very risky pass there, but it will work in the end. Just passing it around the back. Trying to calm things down here, BPE. They're not trying to complicate things, and that's what I like to see in a team of pro clubs. Just keep it simple, pass it around, keep possession, and then hit them with a quick sort of free pass movement. But that's a bad one there. Taking too long maybe there on the touch. Envict will get it back though. Really good interception and great time on the player. It is good to mention at this point that GSK are the hosts, hence will have the better Wi-Fi, and it will be their servers. So to be fair to BPE here, not too bad. Servers obviously knowingly a very, very awful issue that EA never seemed to fix with any of the FIFAs. I don't know how it actually is this FIFA. I think it's a bit better, but it's still bad from what I've heard from my FIFA professional that I work with. But here we go. Jotka will win it back. Manikson on the left-hand side. Now moving it down the line. Here's Varmy. Varmy will switch the ball. Makuzi, big long ball down the middle. It will go straight to Envic though and change possession, but Nupek gets it back for GSK. Now he Use Your Brain, bro, to Nupek. Nupek down the middle to Sieber. Sieber now looking to find himself back into the box, but he's pushed out wide. 2 defenders of the BPE Sports team hold him away from getting the ball across into the box, but he has Jotka behind him. He will use Jotka. Manikson was unleashed into the box, but the defense does really well from BPE, and the ball is cleared away. Spec Alloy does get a touch on it, but Big Varmy will win it for GSK again down that left-hand side. Manikson being very busy towards the back post with the ball. Great save from Great Kid in goal. It was a volley straight at the keeper, but the catch was superb. No doubt there. Safe hands from the goalkeeper. And the first real chance of the game goes for GSK, but BPE do not fall to it. Still 0-0. 35 minutes gone. It was a very good cross as well. Manikson has been somewhat of a nightmare to deal with for BPE Sports here. Nagel to BPE left back. They've all got BPE in the name. You know, the proper organisation stuff here. Proper uniform. Great ball through to Spec Alloy there. He's going to be one-on-one with the goalkeeper here. He fakes a shot and he puts it in the back of the net, and that was all the pass. It was all the pass forward. It was a fantastic ball. Spec Alloy's been looking for that middle pocket the whole game. Finally, he's going to be unleashed through it. And BPE Sports come back from a scare and take the lead in this game. Great block there from Billy. Will go up for a corner before half-time. That ball was fantastic. Just watched it back again. Absolutely unreal pass through to Spec Alloy there to leave him one-on-one with the goalkeeper. He took it really calmly. He sent the keeper with his fake shot dummy, and then he had an open goal. Beautiful stuff from BPE Sports. They've played this half swimmingly. And now they've got to try and finish it off, though. Use Your Brain, bro, with a great roulette there into the centre. Envic gets the tackle in. Maradona turns being used now. Galadon will play it into the defender. Puts it out for a corner kick. going to be crossed into the box, headed over, and back for a goal kick. He's going to play it short. The goalkeeper to Envik. Envik to the right-hand side to Billy. Billy will go through the middle to Eddie. Eddie now to Vernos. Vernos once more to Anto. Anto has options forward and to the right and to the left now, but he'll take the one forward to Spec Alloy. He'll play it back to the midfield to Billy. Billy looking to play it across. Now they're playing for last attack here. Eddie's now on the ball. Last attack will be theirs. Eddie, very poor pass, and it probably will end there for the first half. Yep, there we go. Whistle blown. First half is over. A very good half as well. A very, very good half of FIFA from BP Esports there. I must say that pass forward to Spec Alloy was superb. Spec Alloy, the calm, the finish, it was amazing. Exactly what we needed to see. And, you know, that made me very, very happy to see indeed. They just need to keep going with it. They just need to keep going with it. However, as we are in half-time now, we need to see where the players will take us. Because, as I say, we need to make sure that we get things done in this game here. Can we see a comeback? That is the question, really. Can we see a comeback? I don't know if they have what it takes for the comeback, but maybe they'll prove me wrong. Maybe they will say, do you know what? You're wrong. We have it in the tank. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the second half. I must say it's been an exciting first half of play. Only really 2 chances in the game. Most of the game has happened in the midfield. Only really been 2 chances. And we already know how those went. But here we go. The second half now underway. And let's have a look what's going to happen here. It's going to be straight away BP Sports looking for a second. I mean, for them, one more goal here closes it out, forces the goalkeeper to put it out for a goal kick. Here's Eddie. Eddie will go to Mystic. Eddie again controls it, plays it back to Billy. Billy will play it into the middle to Nagel. Nagel finds it through the middle to Spec Alloy. Eddie again to Vernos. Vernos over the top there to Spec Alloy. It's a great pass, great weight on it. Tries to play the cut back there on the byline. It is going to be intercepted though, and it's sent down the other way. Now they need to be careful here, the defenders. Goes back to the goalkeeper, Envik there. Envik plays that pass with conviction. No problems whatsoever. DiVincenzo finds it into Vernos. Vernos can't find it past Nupek, who will now start a counter for GSK, who are trailing by 1. Santa will play it back here, moving it across. Not DiVincenzo again. Envik with a big long ball forward. Overhead kick from Anto. It works, I suppose. We're playing FIFA Street now. Never mind. Pro clubs. The ball comes forward to Vernos. Vernos once more finds it to DiVincenzo, who'll play it back here to Vernos. Vernos once more across to Eddie. Eddie to Anto. Anto back to Vernos. The passing's good. Tiki-taka. But can they find a shot? Mystic to Slay here. He's got one in the middle if he can find it. He's trying to find the opening, but it's not going to be there. So many defenders back in the box for GSK, and it will be cleared eventually. But still, possession is with BP Esports here. They're playing so well for a team that are lower down on the table. They certainly are deserving this 3 points so far. They've not made much of an area of mistakes in their game so far, and 60 minutes have gone. Only 30 minutes left to hang on, but they're looking the more likely team to score another goal, and that'll put them to 2-0. A comfortable lead. However, we know what happens if a team can't score the chances. Heartbreak in the final moments. Happened many, many times now, even when the opposition don't deserve it. But here's a chance open up for Use Your Brain, bro. A P-roller, though, straight for the goalkeeper's gloves. And that's the second shot on target we've seen this game from from GSK on BP Esports. The goalkeeper does well to keep hands of it. Big Varmy there, intercepted. Anto will play it down the left-hand side to DiVincenzo, who will start his play with a Maradona turn. Tries to get it into the middle. Big Varmy will win it back. Ian Barty finds it to Use Your Brain, bro. Big Varmy. Here it is now. Goalkeeper again. Creek Kid does well. He's going to play it across to the centre back, or the left back rather, or the left centre back. Nagel to Santa. Galadon wins the ball back for GSK in an offensive position here. They do need an equaliser. 67th minute now. And Barty wins it back. Plays it onto the right. Galadon's there. Using that speed play style. speed boost to get past some defenders, but also with speed boost is the left winger for BPE Sports, not DiVincenzo. Great first touch, but Big Varmy does get himself in there, and will now look to get rid of this ball. Sends it across to Nupek. Nupek will find it to Mannixon, and now we'll play it across to Makuzi. Makuzi to Galadon. Galadon into the centre to Big Varmy. Big Varmy will go once more to Jotka. Jotka now to Mannixon. Here's Nagel. He wins the ball back very well there. Finds it to Anto. Now it could be a chance to get the second goal. You've got GSK who are pushed off the line. They do go back rather than forward, though. I think they're comfortable trying to defend the 1-goal lead. As we see them now playing it around the back here. Moving it around the defenders. It's going to be a chance for Big Varmy. Good tackle from Vernos. And now it's forward. Here's Varmy. He's going to cut through. Chance to shoot for Barty, but it's taken back by Eddie. Vernos goes through the middle too. Anto. Potential to keep it going. He's kept the ball there away from 3 players of GSK. Spekaloi again. Goes across the field. Finds it to Nagel. Nagel now down the left-hand side. Moving it very, very well. Speed boost being used here by Vincenzo. Can he find it into the centre? He's just got to take it to the corner. Looks to put it out, but Makuzi keeps it in. Does get the clearance and the interception. It is won by a GSK head, but Nagel gets himself in there. Intercepts yet again. Spekaloi over the top ball. It was a good idea. Had the striking player ahead of him for BPE Sports been aware of the pass that was coming. It was a really good ball from Spekaloi, but here he gets another chance. Anto with a first-time pass through to Nutter Vincenzo. He plays the shot, but Zippy in goal. Expects it. He just stands behind the line and gets his hands on it. Galadon now down the right-hand side. He's progressing nicely. It switches across. Jotka plays it down the line onto the left-hand side. Mannixon's there now. Mannixon, can he find an equaliser here late on? Can he break some hearts? No, because Billy gets in there as a centre-back and slams that ball away. Spekaloi now taking his time with this one, controlling the ball. Jotka does win it back. Spekaloi gets in there again, intercepts it. He finds it into the centre to Mystics the Slate. He looks to get the pass back to Spekaloi there, but they just need to play a little bit calmer, keep possession of the ball. They don't want to give it away here in the closing moments, but that's going to be out of play. Poor pass from GSK, and it's just not been their night. The time is running against them here. 1-0 down. BPE Sports played a great game so far, been the more threatening team the whole way through, but can they see it out for all 3 points here to jump up the table? Jotka looks to go across here. Barty. Galadon on the ball now, goes towards that corner again. Will cross it in. Defender loses his man. It's 1-on-1. The goalkeeper again. Creek Kid with a fantastic save at close range. It looked like a definite goal because the defence there lost the players, but they get away with another one again because of this great keeper and great goalkeeping work. But here's another corner kick. There's still chance here for GSK to clinch a point. They play short, but Barty puts it out of play. Straight for a goal kick. That will probably be game. Envict finds it to Santa. Santa down the line to Anso. If they're smart, will just keep possession here of the ball. It looks like they're actually going to go for one more goal here. They try to find it to Vincenzo. They might have given last attack to GSK. They have given last attack to GSK. Interesting decision there for game management, but they're going to keep the ball. The shot comes in. Creek Kid again. Hands on the ball. Safe hands. The goalkeeper keeping his team in the lead, keeping the 3 points safe. An epic showing there from Creek Kid. Rightly so, the man of the match there on that game, and he's my man of the match as well. Played a superb role in keeping them 3 points, but good standout performances from Spekaloi as well, and DiVincenzo always involved in the play. Anto was getting involved much more in that second half as well. It was a great game from BPE Sports. GSK will need to go back to the drawing board. So many one-on-one chances missed. Was it the goalkeeper's great goalkeeping, or could the strikers have done better? Let me know your opinion in the chat. Let me know who you think was your man of the match there for that first game. But the next game is set to go ahead in 8:45. So we've got about 8 minutes left. So what I'll do is I'll throw a quick 3 or 4 minute break. We'll come back and we'll wait until they get with us. The next game we are expecting to have is LPS versus Alte Esports. It is a top of the table clash, so it should be what is an exciting game. Alte in third place on 27 points, and Leos Portosalvo, LPS, 29 points with also 13 games played. This is a real big game. If Alte can win, they jump to second. If Portosalvo can win, they are tied with Mad Army with a game ahead of them. So we'll see what happens here. just in a few moments. But whilst we wait, I'm going to throw some music back on and I'll throw to a quick break. I'll see you in a couple of minutes' time. I don't know what's going on with the transition, but welcome back. We're here. The transition's gone tits up, but I'm here. And I've not gone tits up just yet, but give it 20 minutes and we might be there. But the next game is lining up. It's LPS versus Ultay. It's a top-of-the-table clash. Only 2 points separate the two teams in one position. 3 points for both teams can make massive differences to their fortunes in the league table. A draw does absolute dilly squat. They need to get the 3 points. End of story. Bottom line. I want to see if the transition fixes itself. No, the transition has actually gone tits up, and that's probably my fault because I've changed something. So I'm going to change that back just a second. No one will know. Okay, here's the lineup. Here's the standings again. Probably need to get my OBS fixed because I don't know why it keeps doing that. You know, left corner, right corner, bottom corner. Just put it in the bloody middle. But here is the not the lineups, the standings, the leaderboards. Roastars at the bottom. See Europa Esports obviously 15th and so on and so forth. You get the point now. But you see the two teams there in second and third place. They're the two teams are watching them compete against each other now. Now, who's the home tie? I believe the home tie, if Moe's told me correctly, is LPS are home to Ultay. Ultay based in Turkey, LPS based in Portugal, I'm pretty sure. At least the majority of the players. So that's that. But if we go to the lineups then for these two beautiful teams, the lovely transition there has worked its magic and charm, and it's doing its job Finally doing what it's supposed to bloody do. Here we go. On the side of LPS, that's what they're going to be known as now. That Moe's done that because last time I tried to pronounce the name, it was a right go around. I couldn't get it out. They're going with a 4-2-3-1 narrow formation. They've got Danny Verde. They've got Ultra, Pavlidis, Angelo PT8, Troyer, My G, Rafa Sway, Braga 6, Deuce Leo, Matheus Furjan, and Fabian Quiros 07. On the side of Alta Esports, who are playing a 3-5-2 formation, they've got Chris Boraz, they've got Alvarez, Valdi, Guto, Ladis Jr., Dieguito, Canella, Alvaro, Carlos Corrales, Webanyama, and Joker, a different Joker than before. These two teams are going to be facing off against each other very, very soon. Just waiting for all the players to load in as you do, as we do. And yeah, I'm going to take us off the screen because I don't like my face on this screen, whereas I love my face on this screen. This is the real screen, isn't it? Look at this cool graphic that was made. I would give the designer some credit, but I don't know who it was. So well done to whoever designed this graphic. It's absolutely brilliant. It's brilliant, and I'm a big fan. Hit me up. I might want some graphics done for myself. Who knows? I might try and make it in this world as a streamer. That way I get more casting opportunities, you know, because both of them apparently go hand in hand. You just have to have a personality, you know. Personality is all we need, and I feel like a personality is what we've got. That is interesting. Very interesting. However, Roberto Spelto, how we doing, mate? Thanks for joining us here in the chat today. Hope you're having a great evening. And to the other 170 people watching, come on, pipe up in chat for once. I want to see you. I want to hear you. What are you saying? What's going on? What's the story? You know, that's the main thing here that I want to know. What is the story and what's going to happen? I am currently trying to do some things. Ooh. Waiting for the game to go ahead. We've got all the players in the positions. However, are they going to be starting soon? 11 players here. I'm watching the wrong screen. No wonder I can't get the game. But they're about to join anyway. I was on the wrong bloody screen then. Are you ready? It looks like we're about to go in. Let me just make sure. 22 players. Are we going to get to the point where we skip? I mean, servers could be bad here because we are halfway across the world from each other, but we'll find out anyway. Looks good, though. We're still not skipping. Now we are. Skipping. Let's see if our second game of the evening will just go ahead like this. As simple as expected. LPS playing in the Dortmund badge with the Dortmund kit, surprisingly. The yellow kit going left to right, and then Ulte in the Bayern Munich kit going right to left. It looks like it is a German derby. However, it's a top of the table clash between the Turks and the Portuguese. Ulte being the Turks. Here's Valdi. Taking his time there as a centre-back. Alvarez down the line. Finds it to Lads Jr. Ladis to Canella. Down the line to Wembanyama. Takes a bit of a heavy touch, and Sousa gets a foot in there. Back to the goalkeeper. It's played out long. Header won by Guto for Ulte. Ulte now moving forward. Canella, Wembanyama. Braga will intercept. Braga now to Fabian. Fabian across to Deuce Leo. Deuce looks to go over the top there, but it will be beaten by Alvarez. Alvarez to Ladis. Ladis goes back across to Alvarez. Alvarez once more goes to Alvaro. Alvaro to Joker. Joker to Wembanyama. Wembanyama goes back to Alvaro. Alvaro has a bit of time here. We'll just play it back. They know that the other team are going to sit off them a little bit in this first early moments, and they're going to use that to their advantage. Joker goes into the middle to Wembanyama. Wembanyama to Master. Alvaro back to Master. Back to Joker. Joker now back to Master. Master over the top. Back to Joker. Onside. Byline. Keeps the ball in. Tries to take it past Troyer, but Troyer does a great job there getting the ball back. Looks to clear it away, but Alvaro gets a touch on it. Falls over there, though, within the touch. Not ideal. It would have been ideal if he stayed upright. He'd have kept the ball and maybe started an attack, but now possession for LPS. Canella will make sure that's not for long and wins the ball back there. Now down the right-hand side, Canella moving forward. Taken back by Ultra. And moving down, here's Aryan. Goes down to Master. Alvarez now. To Matthews. But it's won back again by a very, very strong looking LPS attack. Aryan on the touch. Shoots off a player. It will be a throw-in for LPS. It was a very good play from the striker. Troyer with the throw-in. He fake throws one way. Sends it to Aryan on the corner flag. Matchday will win it back though. And he's got time in his hands. He knows it. He just keeps it in the corner. Long ball from the byline, pretty much from the sidelines. Quite literally on the line. Canella will get a great pass when Wembanyama Ladis there as well. Moving the ball really, really well here, this team. Alvaro now looking to progress as well. Canella beaten, and Aryan will start the counter-attack the other end. Here's Fabian now. Makes the move. Alvarez gets a touch in. Hachi Mastor there. Wembanyama intercepted whilst trying to play that pass across the left-hand side. One back now again by LPS, making that move. Ultra goes back to the defence. Angie up to Braga. Braga now goes into the centre to Rafa Sway. Rafa making that move once further to Fabian. It's good passing here from LPS. One more to Alvarez. Gets the touch in. Goalkeeper messed around with it a little bit there. Does get rid of it eventually though. LPS keeping that pressure on, making Alte Esports panic right now. Deuce Leo down to Aryan. Aryan finds it middle to Fabian. Fabian with the shot. Chris Boras with the save. Very good save from the keeper. Keeps the game level. 23 minutes here. Got a corner for LPS, who have woken up in the past 5 minutes. Really, really pushing for a goal here. The pressure's definitely on. It's crossed towards. It's a great corner. It is flicked on, but it's not going to be in the back of the net. Alte now have a chance to counter-attack here off that corner. Mastor on the ball, powering through the middle. Plays the left-hand side to Canella. Canella now forward to Scarallas. Ladis plays the shot. Blocked by the defense. Kept by Alvaro, though. He'll keep the ball. Will be fouled. Or maybe not. Joker to Mastor. Mastor back to Joker. Joker tries to find one back into the middle. And LPS might just have got away with it. Ultra. I don't know what Ultra's just done. I think he was trying to have a crossfield pass to another defender. Instead, he's nearly shot his own goal. Out for a corner. Gives Alte Esports a chance to get themselves ahead from a set piece here. Gonna play it in. Back post is looking tasty, but Danny Verde, no problem there. Keeping that ball in his hands. Stuck to his gloves, and he's going to dish the ball out as well. Fabian is there. Goes back to Troyer. Troyer to Matthews. Matthews to Deuce Leo. Deuce Leo to Braga. Braga now to Seven Aryan, who does have a name. That's not Seven Aryan. I think it's Lay. I found it out one day, but I don't remember Lane or something. Wembanyama, though, on the attack for Alte. Ladis distributes it back, but it's going to be straight back to Matthews. Canella will intercept, though, in the midfield. Plays it across to Carlos Scarallas. Alvaro to Mastor, to Canella. Canella to Ladis. Ladis to Wembanyama. Sousa will intercept, clear that ball long. One back, though, obviously, by the opposition of Alte. Alte now trying to get themselves back up that ladder and get more pressure in this game. Mastor will keep possession in the middle there from the clearance away from the LPS defence. Mastor back on the ball again. Wembanyama trying to get it through. Canella's there. Canella flicks it down to Scarallas. Shot comes in. I was not expecting him to shoot there. I don't mind it, but Verde in goal is on the points. Troyer now taking on two players, just getting that ball away from the defence. 10 minutes remaining in the first half. Both teams having chances, neither scoring. Both goalkeepers happen to be on the ball, though, and alert. Deuce Leo. Good ball down the left-hand side there. Fabian moving very nicely. Takes the defender on, but Guto comes across and gets rid of that ball. No-nonsense defending. Here's Carlos Scarallas. It's going to be one back by Canella, though the interception was there from LPS, but given away straight after. Alte sticking to the ball like glue at the moment. LPS just can't seem to get it off them, and when they do, it goes up for a throw and for Alte. Although here we go, they get a chance here over the top boards. One-on-one with the goalkeeper here. Fabian, can he finish it off? Offside, just about. It looked like it was going to be the first goal of the game, but it's going to be just offside. Referee waited a little bit long there to blow the whistle. I thought I was going to say he was through. I had my flags up ready to celebrate for him, but no thank you, says the referee. Alvarez on the left back position here. Plays it down to Wembanyama. Wembanyama to Mastor. Mastor to Canella. Canella back to Alvaro. Back to Canella. Back to Mastor. Back to now Wembanyama. Moving the ball nicely. Joker to Scarallas. Plays the shot for a corner. Alte now responding from the corner kick. Can they find a better corner than the last one? It went straight to the gloves of the keeper last time. Can they find it to a player in a red shirt? Even better, can they find it into the back of the net just before half-time? It'd be a great time to score it. I don't know how he could possibly be offside. It's a good ball. It's kept in possession. Canella towards the back post. It's still going to be in Alte possession. Another flick on. No, just going to miss and go out for a goal kick. It was a good idea, though. I didn't mind it. Again, though, the players around the box just didn't seem to realise what was going on. And by the time they did, it was too late to react. Ladis. Back to Guto in the centre. Alvaro to Joker. Joker tries to flick it middle. LPS will clear. But still, Alte keep the ball going forward. It means last attack will be theirs. They just keep pressing the buttons. Wembanyama back to Mastor. Ladis now to Master, to Canella. Wembanyama gets the ball for a second there, but it's going to be scrambled away by LPS, and that will be half-time, 0-0. A very entertaining game, this one. Both teams involved. But so far, neither team really making all the difference. And we've still got to wait to see where this game's going to lead to, because at the moment we don't know the definition of what's going to happen. You know, still got to realise, still got to figure it out, and that's what we're going to try and do here. We're going to try and see where we're going to end up in this game. The story's not finished. But now, as we wait, for the second half, 0-0. I don't want this to be a 0-0 game, though. I think for what the points are going to do to the league table, we need to see somebody win this game. You know, we can't accept a draw here. So teams, we can't accept a draw. Go out for the win. But the second half resuming now. And the players are lined up and ready to go. It's going to be an Alte kickoff here to start us off. Alvaro over the left-hand side, finds it to Canella. Gives it away easily, though, with the pass there. And it will be LPS possession, straight on the half. Rafa Sway to Deuce Leo. Looks to find it through the middle. Canella gets a good interception. Makes up for that terrible pass played just before. Alte now back on the ball. Alvarez on the left-hand side. Goes across field again. Finds the ball to Guto. Guto now down the line to Cred Joker. Alvaro making that run on the right-hand side. Tries to cut it in, but Braga is there to intercept. He's got an option on the right-hand side. Fabian. And again to Erjan. But it's going to be given a foul, I believe. Referee pulls it back, gives a yellow card. Tactical-looking foul in the middle there. LPS slowed down, but still on possession. And a yellow card for Diego Guito. I've not seen him all game. I didn't even know Diego Guito was on the pitch. I haven't seen him touch the ball. Maybe he has. Maybe I've just not been seeing him. Sorry, Diego Guito. I usually see you on the ball. Usually never off it. But here's Braga in the middle. Good first-time pass from Rafa there. Fabian to Erjan. Erjan tries to go once more. Oh, okay, so Mastor is Diego Guito. I see. He's just changed his PS name. Canella. That makes a lot more sense now. So he has been on the ball a lot, my bad. Alvarez to Wembanyama. To Canella, to Diego Guito. Sousa will win the ball back for LPS. Great pull across there to Fabian. Now they're away 2-on-4, but there's a lot of space between them. He finds it to Erjan. Erjan takes the defender, but he... Oh my, where it goes in! I don't know what's happened! It was a shit shot, but the goalkeeper's fell on his arse. And it's gone into the back of the net. I don't know, but LPS are leading. It was an awfully interesting goal. Erjan fluffed it. The goalkeeper's had too many drinks at half time. Too many whiskies. And he's fell over. And just like that, LPS lead. Probably shouldn't be leading, but they are. They've got Grandad in goal. Can't drop down to his knees. Well, here's Angel. To Ultra. Scorales will win it back. Canella. Back to Scorales. Scorales once more to Wembanyama. The shot comes in. Great strike, but Verde gets the save. It was close. Top left corner was being selected there, but it wasn't going to be. Wembanyama towards the back post. Valdi nearly got a head on it. I think he might have actually got his head on it, but the angle was about 1 or 2 degrees. Then he'd have to hit the ball, and that is not that easy with a football. Braga to Deuce Leo, to Fabian, to Erjan, to Fabian, back to Deuce. Deuce has the right-hand side. Free, he goes over the top, though. Oh, the header from the defender just kept it alive. I mean, it was very, very close to work, and I thought the right-hand side would have been the better option. It was free. But they're trying those over-the-top balls. They like it through the middle. Over the top through ball. Ultra finds it to Rafa Sway. Rafa Sway to Deuce Leo. Deuce will go through the middle. Fabian once more. The through ball's really incisive balls. It's so good to see. It's so disgusting. Goalkeeper will just have to boom this one away. Clear that ball out. Hoof ball. Valdi at the back though. To the left-hand side. Moving nice Alvarez to Wembanyama. Wembanyama goes once more to Ladis. Ladis here again. Troya will intercept and win the ball back towards the corner. Canella will win the ball back though here for Alte. Alte can maybe try and equalise, but Rafa Sway gets a great interception in the middle there. That ball would have been dangerous had it have met its destination. And that would have been to an Alte player in a shooting position. Alvarez to Diego Guita. Rafa Sway will get away with the ball here now. Again, another situation 3-on-3. Over the top it goes. Fabian plays that quick first-time pass, but he's offside again. He's been hard done by this referee. I'm not too sure what the referee's saying that I'm not. Here Diego Guita to Canella. Troya will win. Interesting touch from Troya. Wouldn't have been on my bucket list to play a chip pass in your own box, but whatever you want. I've seen it before in defence from two centre-backs, actually, and it's been conceded from it. That's going to be given a foul, I believe. LPS get the ball back. They just need to see the timeout here. 19 minutes. Game management must come into it. They're going to be into second place here after this game. Because they have beat the team ahead of them. Over the top it goes. Ladis back to the keeper. Chris Barras, safe hands, but Alte need to be on the other end of the field here. They can't be back in their own goal. Diego Guito to Canella. Canella to Ladis. Troya will intercept. Now through to Fabian. Fabian to 3-on-3 again. Fabian takes on one, so it's now a 2-on-2. It's still 3-on-2. Erjan, he takes the extra touch. He takes the defenders with him to the back post. Sway! What's he doing? He takes a touch! He should have volleyed it. He took a touch before shooting. And the goalkeeper gets a great save, but it should have been first time shot. It would have been a goal. Towards the back stick, Boras will get it again. Alte now might be fired up off that save. Can they find an equaliser because of it? It should have been game over. But LPS have really made a mess of that one. Matthews with a great interception. He'll send Deuce Leo on the right-hand side. Deuce Leo one-on-one with the goalkeeper. Deuce Leo in the top left corner. Surely wins it here for LPS. 78th minute. It was a fantastic interception from Matthews. He then plays a perfectly weighted pass to Deuce Leo, who takes on the defence. Perfect shot past the goalkeeper. And Alte Esports here are being shaken in this game. The first goal maybe shouldn't have happened. The goalkeeper should have done better. The second goal, though, was pure class from LPS. Alte is still going to fight here. They're still going to go for it, but Braga having a solo masterclass in defence. Deuce Leo upfield being an absolute demon, connecting the play every time. Fabian as well has been involved, although offside too many times for my liking. I'd say Matthews and Deuce have been my favourite players to watch on this LPS side. Wembanyama, though, trying to keep the dream alive for Alte. Great again. Matthews is there, intercepting. Fabian now intercepts. It's another 3-on-2. The counter-attack for LPS is so dangerous. Rafa Sway gives it away. He had a very good first half, Rafa, but he's fell off in the second half. I must say, it could be 3-0 right now. It could be even more game over. The goal difference factor plays into it. Wembanyama, over the top it goes. Headed away by Angle. And here's Diego Guito. Alvarez tries to find it in. Matthews is there again. Intercepts and clears. Sends it down the line. Guto to Alvaro. Down the right-hand side to Scarales. He'll play it into the middle. The header is won. The flick down from Valdi. Cred Joker. Top left corner from Joker. Hang on a minute. The game's not done and won yet. Because Alte have just struck back. Joker. Top left corner. Pixel perfect from him. That's more like it. It's absolutely fantastic. Now Joker on the right-hand side to Scarales. Scarales will go over the top. The header from Erjan is there. Alvarez wins it back. Alvaro here. Flicks it up. Nice chip pass. Matthews heads it away. Erjan will clear it. Deuce Leo just needs to go here. Just needs to go. He's going to go to the corner. He's not even going to risk going for a third goal. He's going to go to the corner and kill the clock. He's won the throw-in as well. He's going to wind down the clock. Because LPS know they're going to be second in the league here. He doesn't want to have any more situations of devastation. They're going to keep it close, keep it in that corner. The clock is going to go. The ball comes over the top. The referee blows the whistle. LPS, thank you very much. Did just enough there to get over the line. Joker tried to bring the team back to life. Deuce Leo there was given the main man award, and I must say I agree with it. Deuce Leo, cool, calm, collected, got the finish, got the goal. Really, really good play from him. Absolutely superb. I think he got two. Was it 2 goals that he got? Did he score the first one? I think he might have. I think he might have scored the first. Did he score the first goal? I don't know who scored the first goal now. I can't remember. It was that long ago. But yeah, no, what a game that was. Unreal. Really, really close game. So we now know that PFC are running late against Famalicão. It's Absco and Co. So it's the old Zenith roster. What are they called? Zenith? I can't remember. However, they're running late. So why are they running late? I think they're playing another game. I think that is why they're running late. So Moe's told me I can use this game that they're doing now. So I'll just have a look at what they're doing here. And whilst I set that up, I'll just throw to a short break, give you all some music to listen to rather than me talking to myself. So I'll throw some tunes on, throw to another break. I'll catch you all shortly. going to throw it to the ending of this game. It's PFC Elite versus GSK. I looked once, it was 2-0. I look again, it's 2-2. This game is far from over. Moe wants me to talk about Famalicão, but I'm not going to speak about Famalicão until they give me a reason to. And this season, they haven't given me any reasons yet. They have got only 8 games played, though, so to be fair, I can't complain. However, this game here is juicy because GSK looked like they were about to fall out of the top 5 completely, but they've just rescued potentially a point. Not when they're giving the ball away like that, though. It's going to be a chance again for BGK, PFC Elite. Or it's also Bejikas Esports. But that's a great pull to Joker, to Big Varmy, who goes once more. Why did he go one more? And Abu Bibalal will get the ball back there. We'll play the ball towards the middle. Man Nixon gets the touch. Sugar to Big Varmy. Big Varmy to the right-hand side to Kosk. To the back post. To Maddoxon. Back to Newpeck. What's he doing? Just bloody shoot. And it's going to be one back here. Newpeck. Referee gives it a free kick. It's 89th minute. There'll be maybe one more attack. BGK, though. Absco and that have bottled it. It looks like they don't even want the 3 points. They're taking their time. They're trying to get it to last attack 100%. That's a great touch forward. Pogba towards the back post. Got time, Zalo, but he's played it too early. It's out for a throw-in, though. The defence have made a cock-up of it again. Bit of time here on the hands to make something happen. Potentially one more goal to put the ice on the cake, to take back the points they should have had anyway. They were 2-0 up at like 80 minutes. They've bottled it. It's one back. Mr. PG towards Abdel. The shot comes in. It's bottom left corner and they've got a last minute winner. They were 2-0 up and they nearly effed it up, but they got the final shot, the final touch of the game before the referee's whistle. They win the game. GSK, though, are on a free fall right now. They're losing every game they're playing. They're playing against good teams, to be fair to them, but GSK have not had a night worth remembering. And that's fantastic work from Absco and co. Besiktas Esports, otherwise known as PFC 11 Elite. What a fantastic performance from them. But no, Famalicão obviously hold a very special place in my heart because I met them all this year. You know, they got to meet a celebrity in me, and you know, yeah, they won the event in Sheffield. They won the LAN. Had a very, very good FC26 season. However, they have not yet proven themselves in this FC26. It's a different game, different metas, all that jazz. So they'll have to adjust themselves to the new FIFA and see if they can continue their dominance. They've had a few changes, it seems, to the roster. For example, Troya no longer being a part of FC Famalicão. However, as we will see the lineup for Famalicão, we don't have the lineup for the opposition team because they haven't done it, quite simply. Because why would they have done it? You know, why would they have made their lineup and put it on the screen for us? You know, like they're supposed to do. They don't. They make our lives harder than they need to be. And that's just the case, unfortunately. So we'll transition across here. We've only got one lineup because the PFC X11 Elite have not done it. But, as you see below me here, in goal, Gooey Jesus, Kenny, a new defender. I've not seen him before, Kenny. Welcome, Kenny, to the team. Gonzalo, legend. Brecha, legend. NGK, legend. Dries is a legend. Nacia's obviously the big legend. Creativo, legend. Apan, I don't know Apan, 60. And Luke Renard 1, I mean, he's the best player probably in the PFL. And he's obviously a competitive 1v1 player as well. He has a lot about him and causes a lot of problems for the teams. And, you know, we know that's just usual stuff, you know. So really good stuff there from this roster, and we need to obviously keep going and see how we are doing. But very, very good. Very, very good to see indeed. I don't know whether they'll now speed up. Their teams are both ready. It's just a case of getting into the game. However, we will go back to my big face instead of my little face. Here we go. Big face back on screen. Now, let's have a look who our players are on the... Oh, we've got a... Oh, shit! Hang on. No, go back. Quick. There we go. Just like that. 1 second. Ready? Ta-da! And their roster appears. We've got the lineup. They've done it. Only about 10 minutes too late, but that is good enough. We have Wow Meow in goal. Shisui Shiki, what a player he is in defence. Escrover next to him in defence. Mr. PG as well on the team. Jesus Christ. No wonder they won the last game. Capri, 92. I've not seen him before. Tony Backy, I've not seen him before. Kenzie ZM, I've not seen him before. Mara, R8, I've not seen him before. Kong Zeno, I've not seen them before. Absco, I've obviously seen before. What a legend he is. And Holographic, I've not seen him before either. But this is going to be an interesting game. A very good roster for both sides here. Famicao are a very good team. Still, I'm sure of it. However, PFC could present some problems at their doorstep. But Famicao have a lot of games to catch up on. So maybe this could be the start of a nice little win streak for them. As we mentioned earlier when we went to the standings, we'll go back to them now. Just before we head into the game, we have, obviously, Famicao have 2 wins, 1 draw, and 2 wins in their last 5 games. PFC now have probably got loss, win, 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 win. They've had a very, very good night. So, yeah, this could be a very good game. This is going to be a very good game either way. I don't know who's going to win it. I couldn't tell you. It's going to be a close game, but that's how we like them. We like the games close. The final game of the evening as well, by the way. The longer they take to start, the more money I get paid. So we'll see what they do. An hour and a half, it seems. Looks like it's going to be an hour and a half today. Jot that down, Moe. That's how it works. I'm a man by the hour. Not by the game, I'm by the hour. Other people operate by game. I operate by hour. Graphics artists should do that because they wouldn't get paid £200 per piece then. Scammy buggers. Spend 5 minutes on it and try and get the yeah. But here we are. Shall we see? The game looks to be starting. So we'll move in there right now because we have got the final game of the evening, Famicao versus PFC Elite. It's a strong, strong lineup from both sets of players, but only one can be victorious or they could draw. It's a good cross down. Mr. PG up quickly for the header, and it's going to be in possession of PFC Elite. Playing in the white kit in the dark blue, we do have our Famicao. Taziek down the line to Ipan. Ipan misses it. Taziek wins it back. NGK back to Taziek. Taziek tries to find Ipan in the middle. Taziek will win it back though. Taziek now across to Naisha. Naisha making the move, but won back by Kenzo. Ho-yo. We'll get the ball back. Tony Backy to Absco. Won back by Breccia. Creativo on the ball here. Finds it to Naisha. Naisha back to Dries. Dries to Taziek. Back to Dries. Dries across now to the left-hand side. Finds it to Kenny. Kenny to 10 NGK. NGK finds it in the middle to Naisha. Naisha now looking to progress. Finds it to NGK. Doesn't get it past Kenzie. And here's Ho. Absco. Down the right-hand side. Zalo. Into Ho. It's going to be one back. Luca and R1. Finds it to Taziek. Finds it to Dries. Moving it around nicely. Taziek to Dries. Back to Taziek. But going to be one back by Gentasai. Plays a good ball to the left there as well. Sets Absco up down the line. Absco not with a great touch at all there. Had a player on the right waiting for him. But it was only 2v3. So the chances of the defence making a mess of that from Famicao was unlikely. What? Has Gonzalo changed his name? Jesus. Gentasai. He's got time on his hands here if he wants to take it. Who is that? Where's Gonzalo? Yeah, Gonzalo's changed his name. What's he doing? It's going to be Taziek here. Plays it down the line to NGK, to Ipan now. 3 of them making a push forward. Ipan takes it back before forward, finds it to Taziek. Taziek moving nicely. Dries to Luca. Luca cuts back in, but Kenki will win it back, and Absco now will intercept as well. Kenny goes back to Dries. Dries now forward to Ipan. Ipan once more to Luca. Luca tries to find that extra pass to send a teammate through on goal, but he can't find it this time. And it will be Gentasai. He's looking to switch the play, but it will be won back by Creativo. Back to Breccia, to Nation, to Dries. Dries now moves it across to Taziek. Taziek now, left-hand side, it goes to Kenny. Kenny forward to Ipan. Ipan beaten by Gentasai, who's been an absolute samurai for this PFC Elite team. That was a very good ball as well. Crossfield ball from him. Very well played. Capri moving it nicely. Absco to Ho 10. Going to be falling back now to Gentasai. It's going to be intercepted and Famicao will get away with it. Ipan across to the middle. Here's Nation now as that's Cam. Capri will win it back though. Shisui Shiki, the best defender in the league last season. Finds it to Mr. PG. Gentasai to Ho 10. Gentasai again wins it back. He'll go back towards Mr. PG. Mr. PG switches to the cross to Escrow. Escrow to Shisui. Absco now on the ball. Finds it in the middle to Kenki. Kenki across to Gentasai. Beaten though by Ipan. It's a very bad place to give the ball away. Shot comes in. Great save from Hugo Ekitike in goal. Liverpool fan, obviously, by the name. Or maybe he's just a fan of the player. Who knows? But usually means Liverpool fan. And that's going to be corner kick. Naisha's on it. Cross comes in. It's going to be down the line. Shisui Shiki switches the ball. And now Escrow. He'll go to the corner. Mr. PG's on it. And he's going to go Gentasai now, who is probably the best player on the field for me so far in his first 26 minutes. Gentasai's been everywhere. Look at there again, into it every time. He's been a menace. Luca and R1 though, he's getting into dangerous positions. Luca, Naisha, and Epans needs to be a really good front three. Kenny to Dries. Gentasai again gets the interception. Kenny will win it back though. Epan there as well. Epan finds one more to NGK. NGK goes back to Kenny. Kenny tries to keep the possession. Will keep the possession. Finds it to NGK once more. Kingzalo will win the ball back. Needs to get rid of it though. Kenki to Gentasai on the right hand side. Gentasai cuts it back into the middle to Kenki. Kenki down the line to Kingzalo. And we're starting to see PFC Elite get a little bit more comfortable as it goes back to Gentasai to Kenki. But whoever that HO guy is needs to sort his head out. Not good enough. Wins the ball back though. Tazic will switch wings to Breccia. Breccia to the middle to Naisha. Naisha to Luca. Luca's going to be taken away from him though. And Kenki will get rid of it. Ho 10. Ho 1-0. Gentasai looks towards the left-hand side. Maybe not the right pass this time. I'd have went down the middle personally. However, still not a bad attempt. That's Famalicão now at the halfway line. Looks to take the ball forward to try and find a chance in the first half. We haven't seen too much from them so far. Luca and R1 here trying to bait in the defenders to take them out of the game. Doesn't get that bite that he's looking for. That's down the line it goes. Won back by the defence. Gonzalo there doing his bit. Keeping the possession. Dries to Luca. Luca back to Tazic. Back to Luca. Luca beaten by Kenki on that pass. Here's HO10. Epan to Naisha. Naisha back to Epan. Epan. Tazic. Switches it across. Had a chance. Ekitike will get the interception. I wonder where Pulgish is this season. Who's Pulgish playing for, Moe? Gentasai. On the left-hand side. Won back by Shisui Shiki. Not won back, but kept possession for PFC Elite. Moving it nicely now, PFC Elite here, as they try and find themselves a goal before half-time. It'd be a great time to do it. Tony Baki. Wacky Baki. Where's he going to go? Down the line. Back to Absco. Absco has a bit of time in his hands. He'll take it past Creativo and then give it right back to Creativo. Interesting tactic of play. But NGK to Epan. Epan to Tazic. Tazic goes across to Naisha. Naisha now trying to keep the play going. Great looking ball to NGK, but it will be just off. And Gentasai obviously gets there again. Half time. That was an interesting half. It was very smash and grab. Both teams having the ball in very dangerous areas. Not really taking advantage of it though. And yeah, it was an interesting game. But nonetheless, we will see what happens in the second half. It could go anywhere. It could go either way. Really could go either way. Right now, I'm unsure. But it's a close game. It is a really close game. And both of the teams could take this one realistically. It just depends on who is going to be the most crucial now in these latter moments. In these final moments of needing to shoot, score, etc. The goal, I think one goalkeeper's made a save. And a very good save it was. But sometimes it doesn't work, does it? Quite that way. But here we are now, second half on the way. Who is going to be the first to strike in this half? Famalicão have looked dangerous, but The counter-attacks coming from PFC Elite have been also up there and could have caused problems for Famalicão. However, Famalicão have been the overall controlling team in this match. But can they close it out when it matters the most? Great looking ball there from Tony Bacchi. Great run from Capri as well. Capri now goes back to Kenki. To Genta side, to Kenki, to Tony Bacchi, through to Absco. Looks to flick it on. Cheap little snacky, flicky. Doesn't work this time. Shisui will get the header. Gets time for his team to come back on that throw-in. Ipan looking to act quickly. We'll go to Nation. Nation will find it to Dries. Dries taking his time in the middle. We'll find it to Tazic. Tazic going to go back to Dries. Nice play there. Takes out the player who was chasing it down. Nation to Tazic. Tazic to Kenny. Good movement from Famalicão here. Ipan now to NGK, but given away to Bacchi. Tony Bacchi will get that one, but Famalicão win it back on the touch away. Offside, one of them is, but it's an offside trap. It's a great block from a defender there. Not sure who it was. It will be pulled back for offside anyway, but that block was absolutely superb from one of the players there from PFC Elite. It was an incredible block. It wouldn't have mattered anyway because it was offside, but either way, it's good to mention. Really good long ball there down the left-hand side. We'll send Absco away down the line. Absco cuts it back inside. Capri shots on his other foot, but it's blocked off by Famalicão. A lot of bodies in the box there. They did get very lucky though. That was nearly perfect. He flicked it onto his other foot and had the shot, but unfortunately for them, for PFC, Famalicão had players in the way. Tazic wins the ball back here from a poor pass from Capri. Fens gets it right to Ipan in the middle, but Ipan will be giving it away cheaply there to defenders. Both of them pressuring the goalkeeper there on a goal kick. Famalicão are hungry for this win, but currently probably getting a bit frustrated with how the game's gone. Giving away again there, NGK trying to do too much maybe. Naisha to Creativo. Couldn't get in. Naisha's on the ball now though. Tries to flick it around, but he can't quite find it. Tony Bacchi tries to get it out, but right back for Famalicão. Throwing. Dries to Tazic. One back by Gentasai again. Gentasai, what a player he is, but Creativo might get through. No, Capri gets the tackle this time. Tony Bacchi looks to go down the line. Nation wins it back. Dries in the middle. Here we go. Moving now. Tazic making the move forward. Here's Tazic. NGK. Oh, NGK! He's found it! It was an angle that seemed impossible, but nothing is impossible for NGK. And Famalicão now take the lead. I didn't think it was going to go in, but at 64 minutes, NGK says, you know what? Let's have it then. Smashes it into the top left corner and the near post. It's a really, really good shot. Impossible to save. Defenders were stunned. And so was I. And that means now PFC Elite need to go on the offensive. We've not really seen them do it. They've been very much responsive rather than the aggressor here. But can they now take the role of the aggressor? And can they find a goal to equalise this game? Absco wins the ball back on a dangerous place, but again, decision-making just seems to be all over the place sometimes for this roster. They take a tactical foul there. Interesting decision. I don't know whether it was necessary, but Kenke thought it was, so he takes the yellow card. Naisha on the ball here for Famalicão. 70 minutes gone. 20 minutes remaining. Famalicão leading with one goal. However, it's been a lot closer than it seems. Kenny down the line. Tazic given away. Terry Bacchi can't get it past, but Naisha is on the ball. Good clearance down there from Naisha, but headed away from Escrow. Kenke now to Tony Bacchi, who's going to try and cut it in, but Gentasai will pick the ball up off a mistouch from him. Zalo too early. Gentasai, though, in the perfect position to take the ball back. Kenke across to Shisui. Plays the first time ball to Capri. Capri can't get in. He can't break in. Famalicão's defence just being too strong right now. Escrow runs it into danger, but he then gets it back off Luca. Luca's been very quiet in this game, to be fair. The main threat from Famalicão just hasn't really been there at all. Good touchdown to Zalo. Zalo now to H.O., who's going to get it to Absco. Absco to Kenke. Kenke to Capri to Shisui. Shisui once more to Zalo, but it's one back and Gonzalo clears it for Famalicão, and it's going to be set to Ipan, who could be in here one-on-one. He is in one-on-one. He could end the game right now, and he will. Top left corner, Ipan finishes it like a champion. Famalicão 2-0 up. PFC Elite were going for the win. They were chasing it down, but they put it at a cost, and that cost was conceding. Gentasai head in his hands. He's carried this team on his back this game. The only player really I can say has been absolutely unreal. He's really matched the level of Famalicão. But Nacional, Creativo, first time, Ekatike in goal. He's been good as well, to be fair. The goalkeeper's been good. He's kept the score lower than it could have been. But the attacking players need to make their minds up. Decision making needs to be better going forward for PFC Elite. I think, obviously, Famalicão have had so long together now as a team, as a unit. The core roster's been there for so long, at least all of last season anyway. So they've had so long to sort of work together on things, and they understand where they're going to be. The communication lines are fixed. But still, maybe a ray of hope here for this side. Absco gets a chance, puts it in the far post. It's not over yet. PFC Elite strike back. Absco finally shoots on the goal rather than plays the cross-field pass. And he nearly gets another chance here because he's right up the throat of Gonzalo. But Gui in goal. We'll get the ball back temporarily. Brecha is there as well. He'll switch it to the other side. Kenny looks to go down the line, and we'll go back instead to Gui. Gui, ooh. Puts out for a throw. An interesting tactic there. Throwing right on the corner flag. Gentasai. Looking to try and find options. Trying to cause some movement here. We'll go for a long throw towards the box. Flick on, not going to be won. And the second ball, not one either, but it will be won on the third ball. Abs goes there to get it. Kenke towards the back stick. That's a great touch, but Gonzalo does well to intercept. Reads the play well. Luca now trying to kill the game. Plays it across. That's going to make its destination as well. It's a great touch from Luca. I thought it was too short. I thought it was going to fall to one of the players in the middle, but no. All the way, it made the distance, and here we go now. One back by Mr. PG. PG now to Kings Halo. They need to move here. PFC Elite. They need to go. It's a good ball down the line. Header flicked on. It's one. Absco needs to get the ball here. He needs to do something with it. Absco on the ball now. Possession with PFC Elite. Flicks it into the centre. Can the header be won? No, it can't. A header needs to be won here, though. It goes back forward. Gentasai gives it away on the last touch of the game. And the last attack will go to Ipan here. And he could make it 3-1. He tries to take the goalkeeper on. He takes it around him. Shot comes in. Ipan finishes it off. Famalicão 3. PFC Elite 1. Game over. Ipan with 2 goals to himself. NGK with 1. Absco, obviously, the 1 goal for PFC Elite. PFC Elite were just... It wasn't that far away. It really wasn't that far away in terms of competing with Famalicão. Again, they just need to be a lot more decisive going forward on the attack. But that will be it for this evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It's been a really good night of results there. If we just take a look back at what has happened today. Game 1 between GSK and BP Sport. BP Sport with a fantastic win there to push themselves up the table. Really, really convincing win. They took GSK down. Then Alte versus LPS. LPS, again, 2-1 win. Alte tried to get back into it, but it was too late. And then the same thing there as well. Famalicão 3-1 over PFC Elite. Fantastic game. And Famalicão looking like they're back to their best. Really, really good. Ipan's a fantastic addition to the roster. And so is Kenny. Both of them fitting in like a glove. Both of them really being involved in the play as well. And that is really good to see for Famalicão. Obviously, the core roster playing amazing as well. You know, special mentions for like the Nation. But I think from the other side of things, for the PFC Elite roster, Gentasai was an absolute warrior in that game. Performed magnificently well, and he needs a special mention because that guy is taking that team on his shoulders at times in the midfield, winning every single challenge, getting the passes going forward. He is a hero, so I'll be keeping my eye on Gentasai going forward. But that is all for tonight, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. A big thank you to the PFL, a big thank you to Moe for getting me back on, and we'll see you again in 1 week's time, next Wednesday, when we'll be back with another league night. I believe I'll be on that one as well, covering it, so I will see you in 1 week's time. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you in 1 week. Get it in your calendar, guys, and we'll see you later. Thank you.